The music fades slowly as laughter echoes through the grand halls, a celebration that feels almost too perfect. Candlelight flickers along the walls, casting long shadows that seem to move on their own. A bride steps inside, her white dress trailing softly behind her, her smile still glowing from the ceremony. Tonight was supposed to be the beginning of forever, but something feels off. The house is too quiet now. The guests have vanished, the doors have been shut, and the air carries a strange heaviness. She calls out for her husband, her voice gentle at first, then uncertain. No answer comes. Only the distant ticking of a clock that grows louder with each second. Footsteps echo from somewhere above. She climbs the staircase, each step creaking beneath her feet, her heart beginning to race. The walls are lined with old portraits, generations of the same family staring down at her with cold, lifeless eyes. As she passes, it almost feels like they are watching her, judging her, waiting. At the end of the hallway, a door stands slightly open. A dim red glow spills out from inside. She hesitates, her hand trembling as she pushes it open. The room beyond is nothing like the rest of the house. Strange symbols are carved into the floor, candles arranged in a perfect circle, their flames dancing unnaturally. And in the center of it all, her husband stands. He is not alone. His parents stand beside him, along with the rest of the family, their faces no longer warm or welcoming. Their expressions are hollow, devoted to something unseen. Their eyes slowly turn toward her, as if they had been expecting this moment all along. Silence falls, then her husband smiles, not the smile she fell in love with, something colder, something empty. He steps forward, his voice calm, almost soothing. He tells her there is a tradition in his family, a very old one that ensures their success, their power, their wealth. A gift must be given, a life. Her smile fades as the words sink in. She shakes her head, stepping back, refusing to believe what she is hearing. This has to be a joke, some twisted initiation, but no one laughs. Instead, they begin to move. The circle of candles flickers violently as they close in, their whispers filling the room like a chant in a language she does not understand. The temperature drops, her breath visible in the air. She turns to run, but the door slams shut behind her with a force that shakes the walls. Her husband's voice cuts through the chaos. He tells her she was chosen, that her arrival was never an accident. Every moment, every word, every promise was leading to this night. Her wedding night, her final night. Panic takes over. She grabs whatever she can, throwing objects, breaking through the line of people as they reach for her. Their hands are cold, their grip unnaturally strong. She fights back, desperation fueling her strength as she manages to break free and stumble into the hallway. The house is no longer the same. The lights flicker violently, the walls seem to stretch, the shadows twisting into shapes that move on their own. Doors slam shut as she tries to escape, trapping her in a maze that feels alive. Whispering voices echo all around her, calling her name, guiding her, mocking her. She runs, barefoot now, her dress torn, her breath ragged as she searches for an exit. Every turn leads her deeper inside. Every window is locked. Every door leads back to the same cursed halls. Behind her, footsteps follow. Slow, steady, unhurried. They know she cannot escape. She bursts into another room and freezes. The portraits here are different. They show brides, just like her, dressed in white, but their faces are filled with terror. And in each painting there is a dark figure standing behind them, its shape barely visible, its presence overwhelming. She hears it then. A low, rumbling sound that seems to come from everywhere at once. The candles in the room ignite on their own, their flames turning deep red. The air thickens, pressing down on her chest, making it hard to breathe. Something is coming. The family's voices grow louder, their chanting more intense as they surround the room. The door opens slowly, revealing them once more. But now they look different. Their devotion is absolute, their fear replaced by something darker, reverence. Her husband steps forward again, his hand extended toward her as if inviting her to accept her fate. He tells her it will be quick, that her sacrifice will give them everything they desire, that she should feel honored. Tears stream down her face as she backs away, her mind racing for any way out. She refuses, she fights, she screams, and then everything stops. The chanting ceases, the flames go still, a presence fills the room. The shadows gather, forming something massive, something ancient. It does not fully appear, but its shape is undeniable. its attention is fixed on her. The bride, chosen. The family falls to their knees, their heads bowed, their voices trembling now with fear and devotion. Even her husband cannot meet its gaze, but she can, and in that moment something changes. The fear inside her twists into something else. Something stronger. She realizes she is not powerless, not yet. If this thing has come for her, then it must need her, which means she still has a choice. She stands her ground. Her voice shakes at first, but she forces the words out. She refuses to be their offering. She refuses to play her role in their twisted ritual. She calls out the family for their cowardice, for sacrificing others to protect themselves. The presence reacts. The room trembles, the walls cracking as the entity shifts its attention, not to her, but to them. The family's confidence shatters. Panic spreads among them as they realize something has gone wrong. Their chants turn into desperate pleas, their devotion turning into terror. Her husband looks at her, truly looks at her, for the first time since this nightmare began, and in his eyes, there is fear, real fear. The shadows move. What was meant to be her end becomes something else entirely. The entity no longer seeks a willing sacrifice, it seeks truth, it seeks balance, and it has found something far more interesting. One by one the family begins to scream as the darkness closes in around them. The very ritual they believed would protect them now turns against them. The house itself seems to come alive, swallowing their cries as the candles extinguish one by one. She watches, frozen, as everything unravels. Her husband reaches for her, begging now, his voice breaking as he asks for her help, but she steps back. The same words he once spoke to her echo in her mind. A gift must be given. The darkness consumes him. Silence falls once more. House is still again. She stands alone, trembling, her breath slowly returning as the weight in the air begins to lift. The doors creak open. The path is clear. She walks out. The first light of dawn breaks over the horizon as she steps outside, leaving the nightmare behind. The house stands quiet, lifeless, as if nothing ever happened. But something has changed. She pauses, looking back one last time. For a moment she swears she sees a shadow watching her from the window. Not threatening, not hostile. Waiting. Then it's gone. She turns away and keeps walking, her wedding dress stained, her life forever altered. What was meant to destroy her has awakened something else entirely. And somewhere, deep in the darkness, something is still watching, still waiting, for the next bride,